Jamaican man beheads wife after finding out their 6 kids are not his. An angry man in Jamaica who suddenly found out that his wife had been cheating on him and all the 6 children in the marriage were not his reportedly detached the lady's head, but days leading up to the deletion, her husband cut his dreadlocks and told people close to him that he would delete his wife, but no one seemed to take him serious. What really angered the man was the fact that the lady had often gone to his workplace to embarrass him for child support, knowing that he was not the real father of the kids. I'm not gonna lie to you. It seems like she deserved that. That sounds crazy, but she deserved it. 6? 6? All 6? I would have did it for 3. 3. Kicking a person while they're down. You also went looking for child support, knowing they're not his kids. Who can really blame this guy?
Ladies and gentlemen, I know I'm late to the party, but let me start off by quoting probably one of the best lines from a song by a poet on earth. None other than the lyrics by Mr. Tupac Shakur. Lyrics read as follows. I am not a killer, but please do not push me. I repeat, I am not a killer, but please do not push me. Ladies and gentlemen, I know I'm late to the party, but let's go ahead and unpack this particular story as it's in front of us. Basically, a man finds out that his wife, his young lady, who birthed him 6 kids, and none of the kids are his. I repeat, all 6 kids are not his. None of them. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5. All 6 are not his. You see, I believe that every man has a tipping point, right? Every man has a tipping point. There is a point in every man's life that when it hits this particular point, shit can go bad very fast. I believe that if this happened to any one of us, high percentage chance that we too could hit the same tipping point. Now, I would like to believe that we all like to think we're good people and we wouldn't go as far as to cause physical harm to anybody. You're normal people. Of course, you're normal people. Now, if you got that in you, then that's just in you. But I think that if that's not who you are and that's not what your character is and all that stuff, I would like to believe that none of us would ever push it that far. But again, I believe that every man has a tipping point, and this man reached his. Now, is he justified in what he did to this particular young lady? Let's not talk about the justification of it all. Let's start by saying he was right to be upset, but how far he took it, I mean, you know what I mean, right? That's probably a level of something that was built up far before he found out those particular kids were not here. I feel like that level is more than just, oh, I found out that all 6 of my kids ain't mine. She could have, I don't know, fam. I would never say it's okay to kill anybody. It never is, all right? It never is, and it's never justified, but I gotta call it for how I see it. Damn, bruh. I can't sit there and tell you that I wouldn't be pressed to do the same. I know it sounds crazy. I have to hold this while I'm driving, y'all, so pardon me. I can't hold you, fam. I can't sit there and tell you that I myself would not feel some type of way or actually wouldn't want to desire or have that in me to want to do the same, right? Not saying that I would. I'm just saying that it would be hard for me to believe that I wouldn't have the desire to want to have that situation be dealt with accordingly, right? It's scary to think that, but ladies and gentlemen, these are hard times, man. And to be honest with you, I honestly don't think it takes much to push people over the edge anymore. And again, I'm not saying that this was just a light work situation. This wasn't like some simple argument or something. This was life-changing, life-altering situations between these 2 individuals. And to be honest with you, I believe this is gonna permanently scar the kids, man. This shit gonna permanently scar them kids. First of all, their mother's no longer with them. Second of all, their father's no longer with them. But on the deeper level, they just found out that who they believe their father was is not really their dad, right? That shit has scarred, man. Shit, it'll scar you, right? I'm not gonna hold you. So I don't know how I would have handled the situation. I would pray that God would hold me not to ruin my life completely. But if there was some deep-seated or deep-rooted issues happening in the relationship and baby mom was just being a mess, that probably could have added fuel to the fire as well. I mean, however their dynamic or the relationship was, definitely probably played a role in the level of violence in this particular situation, because I can understand you being mad, right? It'll never be justified for domestic violence, ever. But even if he just put the hands on her, and for that reason, I'm not saying it's okay, but even if he did that, motherfucker probably wouldn't go away for life, right? But my man went all the way. I guess he said, fuck it, man. If I'm gonna go all the way. And another interesting thing I want to add before I drop is that I believe my man was of a different descent. I don't know if it was Jamaican or Haitian. I could be wrong. Please forgive me. I'm trying to recollect the story before I post it. But if his wife or his significant other was of the same descent, this can't even be a conversation about, oh, this is another situation with modern women. Because if his young lady was of the same descent as him, right, this can't be a modern situation or a modern woman conversation. This would be a conversation for guys who travel overseas and deal with women overseas, because if women in these different, Caribbean islands, I believe that's where the general location was. Please pardon me if I got it wrong. But the same rules can apply if you're dealing with women in Asia and women in Latin America and stuff like that, right? So you can't even sit there and call this a modern woman situation, which makes it 20 times worse. Which would be why I guess a lot of people would have that, oh man, women are the same all over the world type conversation. And again, I can't disagree with that. What I can say, and what I will say, and what I have been saying is I do believe that you have a higher percentage chance of having a successful relationship or finding somebody who can match your level and not be so sneaky and conniving and, have this somewhat modern energy about them. You'll have a far more successful rate of finding somebody that's not like that in a country that doesn't subscribe to the ideology. That's pretty much my thoughts on it. But ladies and gentlemen, I would love to hear what you guys got to say about this. It's not so much about whether he was justified or not. That's not okay. Let's be real. But I do want to know how you feel if you were put in the exact same situation. Do you believe that you would be willing to go that far? Do you believe you would be willing to hold back? Because I want you to understand, all of my guys out there who are trying to be future fathers, who are fathers right now, I pray you know that your child is your child, right? But hypothetically, if it did come out that way, the same as this gentleman here, how do you feel you would react? And of course, you can remain anonymous. I just want your honesty because, again, I cannot tell you how I would react. I would want to believe that God would hold me, but there are just some things that you can't come back from. That just might be the one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's my time, effort, and energy, man. Appreciate y'all locking in. I'm sorry if the video was shaky. I broke my thing, so I got to hold it by hand, and I just had to get this off my chest while I was driving, and I couldn't wait till I got home because I just had to talk. All right, time, effort, and energy, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate y'all rocking. Appreciate y'all locked in. Appreciate y'all staying locked in with the good doc. If you have any videos or anything or things you want me to cover, by all means, email me, MikeThePIGuide@gmail.com. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Man, it's been a good doc. Y'all take care. Y'all stay blessed, man. Doc is out.